What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I'm gonna chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, I want to talk about the school shooting once again, but I want to go a little bit in depth with what's really going on. So I should have been said this, I apologize, but my condolences to the families that lost their children. My condolences to the families that lost the teachers as well. You know what I mean? The situation is very sickening. It's very tragic. You know. And, yeah, man. Like for real. Like people just need to stop the violence, especially on innocent people that had nothing to do with nothing. Like yeah, the dude was getting bullied and all that shit, but it's like, come on, man. Take the fucking stick out your ass. Pause. And stop being a fucking stick in the mud and learn how to smile. You know what I mean? Like, people like that just walk around with a fucking stick up their goddamn rectum. But, yeah, it's the situation that's sickening. But the thing is, what I really want to talk about is how sickening the police was in the situation. So, with the updated details, this just proves that this whole situation, not only was it staged, and I'm not saying staged as in fake, but not only was it staged, this shit was orchestrated from the beginning because the police coming out now talking about we just realized we made a mistake, we should have moved in earlier. That's what the cop said. He said, we just realized we made a huge mistake. We should have moved into the crime scene earlier. So basically, they was already at the school, and they were scared to go in, and they let the dude run around shooting up all the kids and shit for like an hour straight. Then after that, once he barricaded himself, then they came in and killed him, supposedly, right? Or allegedly, right? Listen to how that even sound. Listen to how that even sound. Y'all let the dude run around and shoot the kids for an hour, and y'all was at the school, and y'all didn't let none of the parents go in or nothing like that. Cause yeah, okay, y'all was trying to protect the parents because dude was an active shooter and all that. Okay, cool, I understand that, but it's like, dude, they literally said a lot of the police officers went inside the school and got their own kids and let everybody else's kids fucking die, basically. So you can't tell me that this situation wasn't being used and being orchestrated to get blood and get organs for those bloodthirsty demigods that's out there in Texas. You can't tell me that now because now all of a sudden they doing a blood drive and shit like that for like I guess some of the people that survived and shit like that. They doing like a blood drive for them and shit like that because they realize now that since they let dude go on a killing spree, dude didn't even do what they programmed him to do. They wanted him to really just shoot all headshots so they could preserve the other organs so they could feast on them and organ harvest the rest of the stuff. But if you got bullet holes in it and shit like that, they can't really do nothing with it. You see what I mean? So now they trying to get a blood drive and all that shit. It's just like that shit crazy. My bad. I had to spit. I hit that shit too hard. But anyway, yeah. So it's like from what I see, you know what I mean. Come on, man. You couldn't tell me that was orchestrated for adrenochrome. Hey, you wanna know how I know that there was some blood sacrificing going on? Because the most famous person from Uvalde, Texas, is Matthew McConaughey. And if you know who Matthew McConaughey is, he's a big Hollywood actor. You know what I mean? He has some pretty good movies or whatever. But apparently, he's been trying to get into the political game. So he's been trying to transition from acting to politics, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's trying to become the mayor of Uvalde, Texas, or if he's trying to become like the governor of Texas. You know what I mean, or the mayor of Texas, or whatever. I'm not sure like what he's trying to do in that regard, but I'm pretty sure those elites told him, yeah, okay, if you want to transition from being an actor to a politician, that's going to come with a very, very lengthy price. A very lengthy price. What does that mean? You want to transition, right? You want to transition over? You ain't supposed to transition over. You sold your soul and you signed up to be a motherfucking actor, motherfucker. This is what the demon is telling him. Listen. I'm telling you. This is what the demon is telling him. This is you sold your fucking soul to be a fucking actor. You're not supposed to be a fucking politician. Just like Kobe. No disrespect, but just like Kobe. Kobe, you sold your soul to be a basketball player. And not necessarily he sold his soul, but you dedicated your blood, sweat, and your tears to that one profession. So it's basically like selling your soul. Kobe, you sold your soul to be a fucking basketball player. How dare you win a fucking Oscar? How dare you win? I mean, how dare you go into writing children's comics and shit like that? How dare you go outside the perimeter of fucking basketball, especially without asking, you black fuck? That's the demon talking to him, right? So what they do to Kobe, they got rid of him. And Magic Johnson he almost exposed it. He damn said it. He said Kobe went too far, and then he said too soon. Kobe went too far because he went outside of what the fuck he was supposed to do. Kobe was supposed to just stay in the thing of basketball. That's why Matthew McConaughey, he's asking the elites for permission. And that's why he's making that transition slowly instead of trying to hide and do it. Because he asked the elites for permission. And they said, okay, you want to become a politician, you don't want to be acting no more, that's fine with us, but it's going to come with a very lengthy blood sacrifice. And that blood sacrifice is going to take place in your hometown because you grew up there, you know the people there, the people know you, and all the people that's finna get, all the children that's finna get massacred, it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt the families, it's going to hurt everybody because you grew up there. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they play the game. And the thing is about this, these people, they wasn't ready for this. You know, they ain't know that this shit was gonna take place. Matthew McConaughey knew this was gonna take place, but they didn't know this was gonna take place. You see what I'm saying? You see? They ain't know that. But this is real shit. Real shit. Like I said, my heart goes out to those people. That shit was some disgusting ass shit. But at the end of the day, I understand what's going on. I'm peeping the scene. I peep what's going on. Point blank, period. No blood. You feel what I'm saying? I know what's going on. So, and plus in Hollywood, you know they fuck with the adrenochrome. So what's not the best way to do it? Send some crazy ass maniac in there blasting. And that's what they did. See what I'm saying? But dude, his programming, his MK Ultra were off. And he didn't, the programming, because the thing with this shit, you can't really program a human mind like that 100% unless the person is like really susceptible to like mind control or hypnosis. which means that they have to have certain parameters, or they have to have certain like character traits of like certain weaknesses in certain areas, such as in socializing, you know what I mean, intellectual function, basic learning skills, basic comprehension skills, things of that nature, and not really in tune with their emotions and things like that. So they're not really in tune with their emotions. So basically, they're more easily susceptible to being like hypnotized or MK Ultra, which is monarch mind control. And you know, when you program these people, if you don't program it 100%, or if the person is liable to flash, meaning they're liable to kind of remember what's going on, it's called the awakening. You know what I mean? And this usually happens later on in somebody's life. They have an awakening or what they call an epiphany about, the things that they've been through or the things that they, been doing or whatever like that. They start to realize it. And then boom, that's when they like officially wake up. But the thing about it also is, in this situation, the dude was supposed to only go for like headshots, and I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that. I'm just being dead serious. You know what I mean? They usually destroy the what's it called? The Uber Gala, what's it called? The Maduba Gala, whatever the fuck. I can't even pronounce it. Medulla oblongata. I think something like that. I can't really pronounce it, but it's like a gland. You know what I mean? That's in the brain and shit. They want to destroy that to preserve the rest of the organs and shit like that, so they can feast on them. Because these demigods, when they eat organs and shit like that from humans, it tastes like mangoes and bananas and things of that nature. How does I know this? Just know I know this. I seen some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, this is what's going on. So his transition of becoming a politician, from an actor to becoming a politician, come with a very lengthy price. And whether those people from his hometown knew he put the price on them or not, it still happened, and that's why that situation happened. Unfortunately, that happened, that's sad, and now they're trying to do the ban on assault rifles and all that shit, and it's not guns that harm people, it's psychotic motherfuckers with guns that harm people, because a gun really is an inanimate object until somebody picks it up and uses it. Just like a pen. A pen is an inanimate object until somebody pick it up and use it. Same thing with a pencil. A pencil is an inanimate object until somebody picks it up and uses it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily the object, it's the person. But at the same time, I kind of agree with Kamala. You know what I mean? Like she right. We do need to ban assault rifles. You know what I mean? To a certain limit. And yeah, that kind of breaches the Second Amendment. But it's like they already breached the Second Amendment. You see what I'm saying? Because they putting out these fully automatic weapons, and then when motherfuckers is using them for the wrong reasons, they trying to rewrite laws to take your right completely. So it's like the Second Amendment already breached. But I'm saying I agree with Kamala because to an extent that shit does need to be more regulated. Motherfuckers need to take psychiatric test. Motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck if they don't have if they don't have a documented history of mental illness. I don't give a damn. That motherfucker could still be mentally ill, and they just pretended and acting like they all good. Christ is acting, oh yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? The whole time, oh, they ask for some psycho shit. So it's like, yeah, I agree with her on that. But if you're gonna ban assault rifles, you might as well ban guns in general. But they not gonna do that. So it's like, come on, man. You already know, man. It's the Hegelian dialectic. It's just crazy, man. Yeah, unfortunately, that situation happened. That's some very sick shit. And the reason why I keep talking about it, because I'm just flabbergasted. You know what I mean? I'm just like, wow, that shit really happened. How the police reacted. Come on, man. That's set up, man. That shit crazy.